warm welcome to Dens Park. That's our venue for the Scottish Cup game between the neighbours who share the same street, Dundee and Dundee United. Now, these thousands packing this ground this afternoon are very anxious to see a kind of replay of that marvellous semi-final they had at Tynecastle last season. There's great anticipation in this ground right at this very moment. But it's not just the Scottish Cup. We'll be looking at some of the highlights of some of the most exciting games played in the FA Cup south of the border. And as an added bonus, rugby, how the championship was won this very afternoon. But we start firstly with the Scottish Cup, right here at Dens Park.
And why not start out by looking at one of the most exciting and prolific goal scorers in the business. He scored 50 goals since he joined this club, and of course I'm talking about Tommy Coyne. He scored 35 this season. There's the full Dundee team with Carson in goal, of course, and Dundee playing very well at this moment in time. Eamon Bannon, there was a lot of conjecture about Eamon. He was injured in training yesterday, quite genuinely, and I think a little bit of a scare about him, but there he is, and certainly his club will need his experience. There's the Dundee United side. A lot of experience alongside Bannon, of course, with their twin pillars of defence, Hegarty and Neary. Referee for today, Jim McCluskey. Dundee United kicking up the hill, but there's been nothing uphill about their games here in the past decade. They have an astonishing record at Dens Park. They've only lost twice since 1980 in a league and, of course, in the Skull Cup game recently. And a very quick free kick. You couldn't get a better atmosphere for a cup tie than is in Dens Park at this moment. Real hubbub. Kevin Gallagher. Hooked away there by Wright, who's come back to cover up. A very early spot by Dundee United. Looked like a slight push to me, that. Referee waving play on. There's a very good ball pushed early into the box. Saunders right behind it. There's the batch of Dundee United supporters in the background there. They're used to this ground. They've won 2 cups here and a league championship. Tommy Coyne left on his own, and there's the captain of the day, Maurice Malpas, ushering us back. Well, Dundee, of course, will try to pick up very quickly for any mistakes in defence. They're very good on the break. And that was Vince Menny who was making that push down the right. There he is. Slip at a very crucial time. Way by Bannon. United trying a Dundee ploy there. Long, hard, through ball. Quickly turned around by Saunders. Oh, and I thought that was a worse challenge than the one that Dundee United got the free kick from. Now, Menny, look at that position. Wide open spaces for him. Shannon. Oh, it's a very good ball indeed, and United nervy. Now that was a very good strike by Dundee. A good, strong, positive run. The follow-up was excellent. You can see how Shannon comes in here just at the right time, and that is a ball that always bothers him. No, there's nobody for Dundee there. Jim McAnally beavering away as ever. Adelainen. He's a big lad, but he has very good control. It isn't at all surprising that the game has started off so fast. I think a lot of players are getting rid of a lot of nervous energy, and that's another good thrust. There's nobody in the middle except Neri. Right looking very dangerous. Many. Right. And United are really being pushed back now. Great start to the game by Dundee. This is McKinley. Rafferty's in there with a great chance. Took that very well. A little rueful shake of the head, but I don't think he can blame himself for that. Well, Rafferty brought that down very well. Difficult bouncing ball, one touch and then the shot. And as I said, you can hardly blame him from that position. Nicely touched there by French, so that's good control. He wants to part with it though, and he does. But I think he got a free kick. And that's a better and more typical Bannon ball, and there's... Oh, Gallagher. I think there may have been a push by Patalainen. I think the referee is giving a free kick for the way Patalainen rose into the air, which was hardly unassisted, as you will now see. Well. Well, a reinterpretation of that would put that down maybe as offside. And against Gallagher. Neri opens it out well. Ooh, that was late, I thought. But here comes McInally. Up to French. Gallagher comes up, and here is Bowman. He's got to try the shot. Must be... Oh, just knocked away. Great clearance by Faside. Carson did not cope well with that at all. Now look at the run by Bowman. Challenged there by Saunders, and that should have been killed by the goalkeeper, and Patalainen couldn't put it away, saved by Faside. What a marvellous cup tie this is turning out to be. That's a touch again, and it's over by Bannon, and he's kicking himself. Figuratively speaking, I may say. I mean, he really was annoyed. Ball may have just been a little too much to the right-hand side, and he had to take it with the side of the foot, and over it went. Coyne wants to do well against his old club, of course, and Dundee got the corner kick. Another curling ball, and he left that to Hegarty. He's got to get this one, that's off the crossbar. That was a real chance. That was a beautiful outside of the foot curling ball by Angus, and Wright got there before the hands of the keeper, and Dundee ought to have been in the lead. McInally. Patalainen, French, good play by United. Bannon again. Here's Redford with a shot. Well, he pounced on that with conviction. Again, the play and the source of the problem for Dundee coming from Bannon, and look at this knockback into Redford's stride and a whistle pass. Coyne. Rafferty again. That's about 5 shots he's had from about that position, and he hasn't had a clean hit in any of them. And there goes the halftime whistle. That's the end of I must say, for me, a very entertaining 45 minutes of cup football. A blend of aggression and intelligent play. with a whirlwind start by Dundee. They really tried to run the legs off United. Although I suppose the clearest chance of all, or the nearest thing, was that challenge by Wright from the cross, which went off the crossbar. Although at the other end, Dundee United coming a bit more quietly into the game, a bit more slowly and carefully getting that opportunity when it was almost touchdown after the blunder by Carson, with Masai saving it. No, I know that games without goals is something you don't want, but we've had some real entertainment despite the scoreline. Well, standing up there is Ernie Walker, secretary of the SFA, and second to his left, to our right as you watch, David Will, the president. The draw will be on Monday afternoon, and of course they'll be fascinated to see if the deadlock is broken in the second half. And I'm sure, like myself and the almost capacity crowd of 22,000, they've thoroughly enjoyed the first 45 minutes. Redford. Offside again. That must be about a dozen times that Hamish French has been caught offside. Swept away by Bowman. There's Jim McInally. Brought that out of the cluster of players very effectively. McKinley. Hegarty. Just out. Lennon using his weight to go up for that. Moment to take it. Oh, good run round the outside by Bowman. And Carson looked much more confident there. He let one or two slip in the first half, but that time the goalkeeper right behind it and did a little somersault to boot. I'm not quite sure how strong the wind is now, but earlier today it was blowing very strongly from left to right as we look at the pitch. Yes, I don't think it's as strong as it was early on, but it's generally behind Dundee United in this second half. Now, that was an incident that happened slightly off the ball, and Maurice Malpas is going to be booked for that challenge. There's many who came down, and Malpas has been sent off. Malpas is being sent off for that challenge. I have to say, it was on the edge of the play, and it's difficult to comment on it. And there is a very worried Jim McLean as United are now down to 10 men. There's a touchdown, and McInally trying to get behind it, but Bannon does. French, there's a race on, and it's getting very, very untidy. The referee is waving play on as McKinley went down. I think there was contact between McKinley and Gallagher, but I really don't think it was as bad as that. Swept away. trying to go at that, but it was very awkward. There's Gallagher with it. That was one right in the face. Redford, Vetalainen. Looked a bit cumbersome that time now. Right. Angus. That's McKinley. United have everybody back, bar two players, and there's a chance as Coyne tried to follow through. I think the free kick has been given for that. It has indeed. Nice chip across. And rather strangely, McAnally totally misjudged that in Coyne. Very dangerous challenge that time. Bannon. Nice return pass, Bannon. In a favourite position of his. Just not back. Now many. Oh, very slow play. I don't know what's going into Dundee, but they're becoming bogged down when they get that ball in their own half. Trying to move it about. Just not happening for them now. Bannon with a shot. Great effort. Well, Bannon, using his full experience, seen the goalkeeper had come slightly out, trying to curl it into the top left-hand corner. That was a very good effort and save. Now we're seeing the experience of Hegarty and Neary in defence. They know how to pace themselves, plug the gaps. So often I've seen them in Europe under great pressure. And although I did say about them, they're not in the first flush of youth. The old heat is now beginning to pay off in both players. Rafferty. I make it about 11 minutes remaining. Still no scoring. Dundee United down to 10 men. Maurice Malpas has had the early bath. And Maine misses that totally. But the referee had blown well before that was put in the net by Coyne. Well, the referee certainly indicated, or at least it seemed to me, that there had been an arming offence, a handling offence. Certainly our picture does not show that. One assumes, therefore, he must have bumped into the goalkeeper, and it was that challenge which brought the free kick. Very badly misjudged there by Forsyth. Angus. McKinley, an inviting one. Coyne tries to get there, and there's a shot. That was by many. Young goalkeeper doing well just to dip down. Gathering the ball cleanly. Well, it came from McKinley again on that side, and there was a back header. Quick and a very effective shot by many. Goalkeeper in the right position. Over the 90 minutes. McAnally had to get behind that. Pressure still on though. And relieved by Maine. And the final whistle has gone with the young Dundee United goalkeeper with the ball. Let me repeat, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It had all the virtues of a cup tie, some of its vices as well. And that combination, despite the scoreline, has given this large crowd great entertainment, and the players going off to play again in the replay at Tannadice, which you can see in the background down there next week.
Well, that's how it finished, the no-scoring draw. I must say I found it vastly entertaining. Sometimes you go to a game, you go away without any goals being scored, you feel deprived of the essential features of football, but not today. Let me first of all say that Dundee United will obviously take greater consolation in having played so long in the second half with 10 men and getting a replay out of it, which takes place, by the way, on Tuesday night, kick-off 7:30 at Tannadice. And Maurice Malpas, tragically, for the first time in his career, being sent off. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, Maurice is a saint compared to some players playing today. I was rather surprised he was sent off. And to be equally honest, we didn't quite capture it. It was mostly off the play. But if we slow the play right down, and you can see something we didn't quite see at the time, the contact between the two players at the edge of the picture, and because of that, off went Malpas, as I say, for the very first time